Hello all. Greetings of the day. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about sustainable tourism. And in the previous video, we was talking about ecotourism. And ecotourism, sustainable tourism, is there any difference? Ecotourism is a concept we have seen that it is while travel taking place to a place which is natural area, natural fragile area. Travelers, tourists should be responsible and they should not create any kind of damage to the environment or culture. In sustainable tourism, is there any difference? Is it same? Let us check whether it is same or not. Sustainable tourism is an activity traveling to a particular place wherein visitors they may get an opportunity to explore natural, cultural, and other aspects. They'll be experiencing something new and provided by the host community. Same like ecotourism, whatever it is. And they are not supposed to create any kind of damage to the destination what we are visiting. Here, one major difference that is should not create any kind of damage. At the same time, it has to be preserved for future generations. That's what. Whatever I am seeing today, it should not end with me. It should be preserved for future generation. That is the difference. That is what sustainable tourism uphold. Sustain for future generations. So that is what sustainable tourism and ecotourism, the one step above than ecotourism, I would say. One more point added therein. It's the latest, development after the ecotourism only we have developed a concept of sustainable tourism. Sustain and develop. We have to, maximize the benefits to the local community as mentioned before. At the same time, we have to make sure that the activity which we are involving or taking place there in the destination should not be harmful to the local residents. We have to make sure that they're also part of this activity, they're also earning this activity. It should not create any kind of damage or any kind of disturbance to the local community. Here, environment, economic, and healthy communities. Through sustainability, we have to assure that also triple P, people, profit, and planet. So planet, people, profit. So it's all interrelated. People are looking for profit, of course. It's part of their livelihood. Using resources from the planet, and planet is people are depending planet, and planet also is a responsibility of people to preserve it. At the same time, profit is essential. It is required to sustain our livelihood. So that balance is very essential. Sustainable development based on social factors, environmental factors, and economy. Social human being, they're all social being. So they are living there in the environment, and environment also should sustain. Economy, reflection of economy, economic development is very much essential for social development. This is all interrelated. So environment has to be preserved for the socio-economic development so that human development is possible. So sustain and develop. Here again, three core points: environment, economic, and social. The same concept. Environmental aspects we need to balance. Economic aspects has to be developed for the social well-being and development. So it is a responsibility of every traveler while they're taking up tour, leisure to travel to a different destination. This has to be there in our mind, and it has to be. Then conventional tourism says that only profit, but sustainable tourism says profit, environment, community is all important. Often not planned, but sustainable tourism, it should be planned in advance. Tourist oriented activity happening in conventional tourism activity, sustainable tourism locally oriented. That's what we have discussed in the beginning. It should be benefited to the local community and controlled by outside parties, but here it is the internal group, host community controlling. Focus on environment and tourist. So focus on a new educational experience, enriching knowledge. Community is not a priority. Here, a priority is completely conservation of nature. And again, much revenue. We're looking there in the conventional method, but here it's not. So revenue is secondary for us. And these are the principles of sustainable tourism. Let us have a quick look. Sustainable tourism, the basic 12 principles I have mentioned: economic viability, local prosperity, employment quality. The employment generation is possible, but quality employment, how we can give. Security of employees there in the destination, safety, social development of employees, those all are concerned. Social equity, visitor fulfillment, very important. So whatever we are balancing, whatever we are trying to uphold, at the same time, we should fulfill the requirement of the visitor as they are obtaining or looking for paid service. Hospitality services are always paid in nature. It is not free. So when we are getting a paid service, we can demand. And local control, very much important. So we should not depend always on corporates. We have to have a local control so that it will be remain there forever. Community well-being, very important. So all the stakeholders there in the activity has to be part of it, and they should be benefited out of the sustainable tourism activity. Cultural richness. We should share our culture. We have to share our culture, and we have to uphold our cultural values in front of others. We should not surrender our culture at all. We should not create a kind of occasion to exploit our culture or cultural degradation. Physical integrity, biological diversity, that has to be maintained always. Biologically fragile area, ecologically fragile area, that has to be preserved. It happened, Irivikulam National Park, which is located in the southern part of India. There is a unique species called Nilgiri thars. Once upon a time, the Nilgiri thars number has come down to below 10. Later, government recognized, because this is a very unique species only seen there in South India after Himalayan range. So then Irivikulam National Park, have taken extra care, and visitors have blocked for a couple of years time, and gradually numbers started increasing, and now is almost reached 800. So there is a strict rules and regulation that we have to adhere to visit that destination called Rajamala, which is closely located near Munnar. Resource efficiency, effective use of resources. We should not, we can consume, but it has to be utilized effectively. You should not, overconsumption cannot happen at all. And environmental purity, that we cannot compromise. We cannot compromise on that. These are the points, pillars of sustainable tourism. By upholding these values, by setting these as our pillars, the concept of sustainable tourism can contribute a lot, can preserve our resources, natural, cultural values for future generation. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you understand the concept and difference between ecotourism and sustainable tourism. Wait for more videos. Thank you very much.